wanted to stop in and share a little love with you before I start my day. Um, Wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about you, that I'm hoping and praying that you have one of the most positive experiences in your day today so that it can remind you of how important you are to be in this world. A couple things. So, the first thing is I want to talk a little bit just about your why. I used to do a little bit of blogging, stopped doing it a while back, but basically I wrote this little piece that had to do with finding out what your why is. And in short, basically that's just like it's your reason to do a certain thing. I don't care if it's a career, a hobby that you have, hanging out with friends, whatever the case may be. It's just a matter of like getting to a point of having a purpose driven intent. So like when you're going to start your day, before you start your day, you're going back to the why, the reason why you're going to do a thing. Not just, okay, to pay bills and to make sure that I have a roof over my head and things like that, but like something that's deeply driving you, um, something that inspires you to keep pushing, because there's a guarantee, probably 100% guarantee that there's going to be challenges no matter what type of situation you're in, or what industry you go to, or it doesn't matter. There will be some challenges, and these are great things. As a matter of fact, they are opportunities, even as corny as that sounds. It really is an opportunity when you have a challenge in your day, because it kind of gives you a moment to reflect and decide, okay, what is my next step? How will I move from here, whatever the challenge is? So your why helps to push you in those moments. So for me, my why has a lot to do with impacting lives. Um, I every day I'm driven by the desire to impact another life. I consider being able to be in the presence of someone else company an honor. So it is my goal every day in everything I do to make an impact in a positive way in another person's life. So I start my day with that motivation. You know, if it's family, then okay, that's a little bit closer to home. I mean, specifically my children, they drive me to want to continue growing personally. My husband, he encourages me to recognize the capabilities I already possess and enhance what I have, and also go to find out some other skill sets that I might have. Things like that. My students, they encourage me to continue learning because they're dependent on me in order to learn. So I need to sustain learning myself, just be in the process of this ever learning thing. So I think why is a great place to start whenever you're setting a goal. Like, what is your reason for doing it? If you're going to go into, the medical field, why? I mean, like, what is your why? Like, why? Is it just to make money? Or, is it because family has done this? Whatever it is. Find out what the why is. And I believe that it is more important you find the why that's connected to you and your reason, not necessarily because someone else before you has done a thing. Because sometimes we, might choose a thing based on the fact that, okay, all of my family members have done this, or, I come from a long history of educators, or whatever the situation is. It doesn't drive you the same way as if it was something that was inspired by yourself, like individually, like I want to do this thing because it's going to make a difference somehow. For me, again, going back to my why is to impact lives. Well, I believe that impacting lives is the thing that helps me while it helps others. So that motivates me every day. If I could just smile at someone or sit down and share space with someone, that impacts my life, and therefore it impacts another life. So that's one of the things. Second thing is kindness. Oh, kindness, good old kindness. It is like one of the oldest yet most profound act that an individual can give to another person. Kindness. Kindness is doesn't always have to be some big elaborate thing. Kindness is opening a door. Doesn't matter, male, female, whatever. Open the door for someone as they come in, or holding the door and waiting, holding the elevator for another person, and smiling. Maybe even words aren't exchanged with kindness. Kindness has a lot to do with driving in traffic and smiling at an individual, or allowing them to get in when they're coming on in traffic. That's kindness. Kindness is it is a it is the a profound way to show love to individuals that you know and don't know. It's free in terms of money, but it is also priceless. It's not um, a necessarily a measure to that, because different times we might do a thing in a kindness type of way, and might not realize how it impacts the person that receives, the person that's on the other end of that. So I encourage you to think about uh, kindness and the different acts that you participate in every day, because it is huge. It's a huge thing. I have totally felt that to be a receiver of someone just showing kindness to me. Maybe I'm looking for a place, to go if I'm driving, or if I'm walking around somewhere and I'm trying to locate somewhere. Let's say that, and an individual comes over and says, "Hey, it seems like you might be lost. How can I help you with, you know?" That is huge, because to me it means that this person that was um, going along with their day took some time out of it and chose to help another person, and that's me. So I love to receive it, but more especially I love to give it. So I encourage you to think about those two things today. Think about, in whatever direction you go in today, think about your why. Kind of write it down, and as you are thinking about the different things you have to do throughout the day, think about the reason behind it. What is your why? What is your big why? And then also, give kindness away. Like, throw it around like confetti. Just throw it out there, because it will not come back void. I truly believe that. I believe that every time you throw kindness out there, it will come back to you. But for me personally, I'm not necessarily looking for something to come back to me. I expect that, I'll get something back, but I am actually receiving as I decide to be kind. I'm receiving the gift of love every time I decide to be kind. So I hope that this touches the hearts to the listeners, and encourages you today. So remember to shine your light, shine your life right now. Go do it. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Bye-bye.